Aloha interwebs, welcome back to my channel, thanks for tuning in. Today is Saturday and we are going to go see giant robots destroy giant monsters. Pacific Rim, hitting it up. And this is one also on my list of most anticipated movies of 2013, so I'm pretty stoked about it. And the closer we got to actually seeing this movie, the more excited about it I got. I even entered an art competition to have a design of mine judged by the director of this movie, so I'm stoked about seeing it. Pacific Rim, let us check it out. Sorry about the wind.
The drift. Two pilots melding memories with the body of a machine. The deeper the bond.
Alrighty, interwebs, there you go. That was the trailer for Pacific Rim, and we are here with my lovely wife Rebecca, and we're going to talk about what we liked about it. I actually like this movie. Before we get into any kind of real big, there won't be any spoilers in this either. I just want to talk about the movie in general. Not really get into too many specifics because I want you guys to go and check it out for yourself. I think it's worthy of that. So, I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
What did you like about it?
I like the fight scenes, the action. There was just so much going on with the monsters and the robots that it was just really fun to watch.
It was a very entertaining movie. It's kind of long. It's your standard 2 hour ish type of summer blockbuster movie where you're trying to throw you the most bang for your buck, and I never noticed that it was that long. I could have watched more of it. I already knew I was going to be a fan of this kind of thing, this genre of movies. It really kind of speaks to that younger person in me, which the director of this movie, Del Toro, he said that in multiple interviews. He's trying to tap into his inner 11-year-old when he made this movie, and I grew up in the cartoons that era, like Voltron, and a lot of like Robotech, just giant robots doing things that humans can't, protecting us from giant monsters, and that's at the basis what this movie is really all about. So I knew I was gonna like it. It was on my list of most anticipated movies, even though it's like number 5 on my list. It was kind of down there because towards the end of 2012 was the first time I really heard about this movie, so I didn't know a whole lot about it when I made my predictions for what I was going to enjoy for 2013. But it made it on my list. It was number 5, but as far as like the movies that I've seen so far this summer, it's been a lot. We've actually gone to a lot of movies so far this summer, but it's the best movie that I've seen. Do you think it's the best movie you've seen?
I think so, this year. Yeah. I can't think of one that I liked more, but maybe I haven't thought about all the movies exactly. Yeah. But this one was a lot of fun. And I was really disappointed in the fact that, none of them, I didn't see any of the previews for this. Steve had seen it, and I think he mentioned it in the beginning of the year of his most anticipated, and I just kind of went over my head because I had no idea what he was talking about. And then when we went to see Superman, it was in the previews, and I was like, that's got to be the coolest movie of the year. I can't wait to see it. But that was only a couple weeks ago that I even had heard of it. So
yeah, I
was pleasantly surprised in how the movie went.
So when I initially heard about it, I started doing research on it, and like I kind of mentioned in my intro, I'd done some art for it, one for a contest and one for a piece that's going to go on sale. So I actually had to do some research into the designs of Jaegers, and started poking around, the history of the movie, and started watching like some production videos and things like that. So I knew about it, and I was excited about it, and the closer that we got to the release date, the more excited I got about it to actually see the whole movie all put together. And I thought I had a great cast. I think everyone did a pretty decent job, some better than others. The story, I have heard people say, it's a very predictable story, but I mean, you're not going into this movie looking for, Academy Award-winning writing. It's a story about giant robots and giant monsters, so as long as you get a healthy dose of giant robots and giant monsters, I think the movie is pretty much going to be a success.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the giant robots and the giant monsters. I thought the fight scenes were done really well. I really enjoyed the way that they integrated the humans into the robots, and having them fight the. I thought the storyline was, the plot was predictable, but that's not what I went to the movie for. I wanted to see giant robots beat the crap out of giant monsters, and I did. So
I think I wish there was more of the robots, the Jaegers, and you got to see more of what they were all capable of. Because you got to see a few, but not as many as they had let on that there were over the time period that they had started to, when by the time the movie ended. But I think it would have been a lot cooler to see a lot more of the Jaegers and their capabilities.
there you have it, Hollywood. More Jaegers. We wanted more robots, which means we would have got more monsters too, but
Yeah.
that's fine with us.
Yeah.
So overall, really enjoyed the movie. It's very entertaining. I think you guys would find it entertaining as well. So if you're on the bubble about it or not too sure about it, which the box office actually kind of shows that. I read this. I read something online this morning for a domestic release that this was not the #1 movie this weekend. Despicable Me 2 came in first place for box office sales, and what's the one with all those comedian guys for there's a sequel. They went off to camp and now they're coming back, and Grown Ups 2 came in second for box office release, and
Really?
Pacific Rim was third. So there's a lot of stuff going on this with people with the Zimmerman trial and things like that. Maybe people just needed a laugh and felt like giant robots and giant monsters wasn't really their thing. So hey, it is what it is. But
Well, it's hard to beat out Despicable Me.
yeah, I
2.
mean, we haven't seen that one yet either. But maybe people just needed more hearty laughs in their lives this weekend than monsters beating up robots. But not me. I've been waiting for this one for a while, and I was excited, and I wasn't disappointed. I really enjoyed it. So get out there, check it out. If you're on the bubble, get off the bubble. Jump in with both feet and go into it, just assuming you're going to have a good time, because I bet you will. So thanks for stopping by the channel, Little Webs. I appreciate it. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your week. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.
I actually had a chance to interview one of the kaiju from this movie, which is one of the giant monsters. So thank you very much for joining us for the show. And how do you think that the movie went for you? I see. Very insightful response. What are your feelings on the fact that Despicable Me and Grown Ups 2 surpassed you guys in the box office in the opening weekend? Don't kill a messenger.